This season, the Vodafone Warriors acquired a new GPS system to monitor the players' physical workload in training and during games.
GPS training has been around now for 6-7 years, and this is our first year we've got it. It's been in the NRL maybe for about 3 or 4 years, and we've just taken delivery of the system in about March. So we've used it in every round so far, and in training.
It's not new. In fact, the All Blacks had it for their last campaign and used it quite extensively. It's been used in AFL for quite some time, and American football, and most NRL clubs were using GPS technology last year.
It sort of pretty much tells you how you run, how fast you run, and what sort of metre intervals you're running and what speed. So it's all for the trainer, so he can sort of get your training more specific for your position.
The GPS system can be downloaded at the end of the session, and it'll show you everything they've done: speed, distance, time, heart rate, impacts, or an accelerometer. You can also do a real-time analysis. Say, with a radar set up on the field, it'll give you, what speed they're running at that time, how much distance they've covered so far, what their heart rate is at that exact point in time, and how many impacts they've undertaken. So you can keep a lid on how you want the session to go, or you might just, for instance, say, okay, well, this session's been, quite a high session. We didn't realise it was going to be that high session, or we want to keep this session at this sort of this load.
When I was coming back from injury, our coaches could monitor how much running I did, so it did help out, and able to sort of push myself as much as I can without going overboard and running too much.
When I got injured, they sort of put it back to just the amount of running that I had done leading up to me getting injured, which was probably a bit too much. So when I was coming back and I wore the GPS, they monitored exactly how far, and I was running on the field. So when it got to a certain, I reached say 4K, they knew it was time to pull me out, so I wasn't putting extra stress on my injury.
So we're a little bra system, believe it or not. It's a little tank top, and the GPS system sits just below their hairline at the back, and they wear a heart rate monitor as well. So it's fairly uninvasive. The players don't really notice they've got it on.
It doesn't bother you at all, playing or training. Sometimes it, if you land on the right spot when you get tackled, it's a bit uncomfortable, but it's fine.
No, I think it's worthwhile for the trainers and coaching staff, but just with managing your training levels and things like that, I think it'll help. But a lot of clubs use them differently.
It's taken Manly 2 years to get the best out of the system, and I think what it's done for Manly is it's shown exactly what their players will do in games. So they replicate in their training what they're doing in games, and so they believe that avoids any overtraining, any say junk distances or junk time spent on the field. So everything they do is of quality.
If you want to receive free Vodafone Warriors text updates, text Tribe to 499. Texts are free for Vodafone customers, and standard text messaging costs apply to those on other networks. Thanks for watching Vodafone One Tribe TV. We'll see you back here next week.
Next week, we're away to the Sharks, and Price will be back from his Origin duties, so I'll be returned to vice captain. But
Hey, no one remember his name, okay? Okay, guys, just one more thing, for my good friend, can you all say hello to my friend there and yell out his name as loud as you can? Guys, yell out, Owen couldn't be out. Okay, ready? For my friend here, I want you to say goodbye to my friend. Yell out his name as loud as you can, guys. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Okay, on 3. 1.